The world, it's Brian here, the UK Bitcoin Master, back with yet another video in my series Bitcoin for Beginners. Lot to get through tonight. Let's get the intro out the way and get to the show. Do you know, one day I'll get that intro right. As this is live, sometimes things don't go according to plan. So that intro never seems to want to work. So hi everyone, welcome. It's Brian here, the UK Bitcoin Master, back with another video in the series Bitcoin for Beginners. Great to have you all with us. And as always, have that strong Bitcoin hand. Buy some Bitcoin. You're going to regret it if you don't when the price hikes. Get it off an exchange onto a Trezor hardware device and then do nothing but get on with your life. Don't study charts. They'll make you go brain dead. If you like this content, please like it, share this video, subscribe to the channel. Bash the bell button so you get notified when I post anything. Follow me on Twitter at UK Bitcoin Master and all those other platforms I'm on. BitBacker.io, Bit.Tube, DTube, which is Steemit, obviously. I'm all at UK Bitcoin Master, so do follow me. If you're watching this on catch up, do post a comment in the notes in the comment section below because that helps the video stay current. I'm always open for people's opinions, whether they agree with me or whether they don't. I'm certainly not an argumentative type, so I'm not interested in conflict. I just happen to believe that we all have our own views, our own opinions. And the great thing about this, space that we're in is we can voice our views freely and openly, which is always good. As always, like I said, bash all the like buttons. I'm just going to pop something up on the screen for those of you watching this for the first time. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. Anything I say here, take it. I'm not going to say tongue in cheek. I've been studying this for 2 years. I've learned a lot, but I don't understand the technical aspect of Bitcoin. But I do know enough to know that I personally believe Bitcoin is the rock. It's the cryptocurrency of the future. It's the one that's got the most hash power. It's the one that's been going for 10 years and has got a pedigree and 350 odd obituaries against it because Bitcoin's dead and it bounces back and it goes again and again and again. But you've got to draw your own conclusions. Don't take anything I say as financial advice. Do check out my website, ukbitcoinmaster.com. On there, you'll find every video I've ever done since I started just over a year ago. I would also encourage you to check out the notes below. There are links there to everything I'm going to talk about in the show. There are links to buy t-shirts, Trezors, register with Coinbase or LocalBitcoins. There's a video down there that I did 3 or 4 months ago that talks about the content creators that I follow that I would encourage you to follow. Basically, everything is down there that you ever need, including all the links to this show. And finally, if you want to drop me a lightning tip, you can go to TippinMe at UK Bitcoin Master. Somebody pointed out to me after the previous show, new people are thinking, what the heck is this? Well, I've also put a link in the notes section below to a great video by one of the content creators that I follow, BTC Sessions or BTC Benny. He did a great 14 or 15 minute video on tipping.me, what it is, how to use it, etc. So do check that one out. Okay, so let's get on with the news. I've just found a few topics that I'd like to just talk about. Now, keep in mind, even I don't understand a lot of what these people are saying. What I try to do on my channel, as I always say, is to get newbies and people that are not 20% strong handers yet to build that strong hand by what's going on out there in the media, the Bitcoin media, sometimes the mainstream media. So I've got an article here that is almost, you could say, a negative, and it says Bitcoin dips following alleged BitFinex cover-up of $850 million loss. That's nearly $1 billion. So that's actually a big deal, isn't it? But, you know, if I pop the next one up, what you're going to see, and again, I don't understand charts, but what I do understand, red candles are down, green candles are up. So whilst the previous one about the Bitcoin dip was almost doom and gloom, what I noticed from this is, look, we got a lot of green candles going on. So I think the point of that is, whilst this was a major news issue, the previous slide I had up, it hardly affected Bitcoin. It dipped a bit and then held its own. We've still got this 5.1 to 5.2 range where, you know, it's holding there. And I remember a month ago, whatever it was 3,000 something. So, you know, that could have, if this FUD that was out there had a really, you know, got hold, could have plummeted the price of Bitcoin, but it didn't. And I think the point of that is that even 2 years ago when I got in, a bit of news like this plummeted the price. But all of a sudden, Bitcoin's gaining enough credibility, 10 years now, it's got enough media pros, if you will, or for it. You know, the adoption's coming, lots of, you know, personalities, you know, from venture capitalists through to, you know, rappers and the like, are all starting to jump on the bandwagon, which will only mean that as this sort of news comes out in the future, you know, Bitcoin might blip for a bit and then it will go on its merry way. So here's another one. You know, we keep talking about, you know, is Bitcoin the new gold? Well, of course, gold's been around long before I was born, and many others were born, and their dads and granddads, etc., were born. So, you know, gold is an incredible store of value. Let's be clear about that, okay? But here's the problem. You can't slice a corner of gold off and go and spend it. You can't take gold across borders. Try taking a bar of gold on a plane with you. Whoa, hello. Weird stuff going to go on there. Yeah, you're not going to get on that plane for a while. They're going to frisk you. They're going to investigate you because you've got this bar of gold. You know, are you a drug runner or, you know, a gun runner? What are you? Now let's look at Bitcoin. You know, they're talking about it being the new gold. You know, put it on your Trezor or get a brain wallet, as we call it. You know your keys in your, you know, in your head, and you can take $1 billion through customs, and they can do nothing about it. On top of that, you know, gold, they will mine more, but, you know, the gold market, according to Andy Hoffman, is dying a death, you know. So Bitcoin, bearing in mind it's only got 21 million supply ever going to be out there, we know 2 or 3 million are lost or the keys are gone or whatever, I could very well see Bitcoin being the new gold. Okay, and you're going to find that people that invested in gold are now selling out of their gold, and they're realizing if they don't get into this Bitcoin lark quickly, they're going to end up losing. So, you know, is the realm of gold as a store of value coming to an end? Look, we don't know that. None of us know that. All you need to do is get into Bitcoin and hedge against it going the wrong way. Excuse me. Wrap icon to accept Bitcoin Lightning payments at online store. Hey, here's a big deal. I don't know anything about this young 18-year-old rap musician. What I do know, according to this article, he's got 1.24 million followers on Twitter. Now, all of a sudden, he's going to start taking Lightning payments. Look, Bitcoin's Lightning network is having a great 2019 so far. The micropayment scaling solution intended to reduce the number of transactions occurring on the main Bitcoin blockchain has been lauded by the likes of Twitter, Square's Jack Dorsey, as well as having a host of high-profile celebrities demonstrate the network's capabilities by sending and receiving payments as part of the so-called Lightning Torch. Notable personalities involved included Jack Dorsey himself, Elon Musk, and even Miss Universe, to name a few. Bitcoin to the moon, welcome. You must be, great to have you with us. And who else? Usagi Inami, just looking up the chat quickly to see who's in there. Casso, great to have you all with us. Rocky Palumbo. So the point I'm trying to make here for, the new people or the people that haven't yet got their strong hands is there is enough information to say we are in the right place at the right time. Another one, Nike looking to launch cryptocurrency. Here's the thing. Nike. How big are Nike? Global company. Now, are we interested in the fact that they're launching a cryptocurrency? I'm not, because it will be centralized. It will have a figurehead, an office, a CEO, or a central point of potential failure. Okay? But Nike moving into the space is only good for publicity. It is only good for ultimate adoption. And as more of these companies move into the space, it gives people like me more ammunition to help people like you build your strong hand. Because in Bitcoin, you need a strong hand. It is volatile. It can go down as well as it can go up. And I always say, learn to manage the downs, take emotion out of it. Don't watch charts, and you won't go far wrong in this business model. Get paid in Bitcoin as you upload photos online. A new platform gives an offer. There's a new service out there called Lightning Hosted. Trying to see what to say. Is out with an exciting new package. The image sharing website is offering to give a fraction of ad revenue to those who sign up to upload images on the platform. The payments are made in Satoshis, which are a fraction of a Bitcoin. Yeah, and the transaction is done on the platform of Bitcoin Lightning Network. There we are again. People said Lightning wouldn't catch on. Lightning is out there. There are thousands of transactions taking place on the Lightning Network. What is the Lightning Network for somebody brand new looking at this video in the future? It is a second layer protocol built on top of Bitcoin to help transactions move without the transactions going onto the main chain or the main blockchain to clog it up and slow it down. That's the easy way to answer it without getting technical. And Lightning is a great way to make fraction of a penny or fraction of a Toshi payments for a thousandth of a penny in fees. And it's going to gain momentum. It's already gaining momentum, as you can clearly see here, going forward. So there we are. Another great article that is pro Bitcoin. One more I found. Iran's first ever Bitcoin ATM unveiled in Tehran. Why am I showing you this? Just to show that Bitcoin is global. You can even go to Iran now and find an ATM and buy some Bitcoin. It knows no borders. It is uncensorable. Okay? It crosses all platforms, all religions. You try taking some money out of maybe the UK, a large amount of money, or America, and try taking it to Iran or Iraq or somewhere, and you watch the battle you've got. And yet you could take Bitcoin there. You can buy Bitcoin there. It's all going on, guys. And if you're new to this, you need to catch hold of this vision, because with the price of Bitcoin today, as this live stream goes out in early to mid 2019, which is actually the 29th of April, actually, at 14 minutes past 6 in the evening UK time. Bitcoin is affordable by anyone, even buying a little bit, dollar cost averaging, buying a little bit each month or week, however you're paid out of your wages, excuse me, and accumulating Bitcoin. Because when it's 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, how much more have you got to put in weekly or monthly to get just one Bitcoin? What you want to do is try and accumulate one Bitcoin now while the price of Bitcoin is as low as it's going to be. Honestly, when the next bull run comes around, hey, listen, we don't give financial advice. This is only our heartfelt opinion Okay, and my opinion is once this bull run takes off, and it might be 2019, a sideways market that will allow you to accumulate. But once we hit the 2020 halving, then we move into 2021. If it mimics 2017, which I was involved in, I bought my first Bitcoin at £1,500, and by the end of 2017, it had gone to $20,000. Now, if it dwarfs that, as we believe it will, you're going to find a situation where Bitcoin could very well be worth 20,000, 50, 100,000. No one knows. So whilst you buy some now each payday, you're buying it and you're getting more Bitcoin for your money. I'll be doing it right now. I want to briefly talk, if I may, about ensuring, if you are a Bitcoin holder, that you register and claim your free crypto dividend, as Adam Meister labeled it a couple of years ago when I got in. MWC is a coin that is being airdropped to Bitcoin holders for free. Now, if you've got your Bitcoin held on an exchange, shame on you, with all the information out there from content creators about what can happen if an exchange gets hacked, and we've seen enough of that recently. Okay, so if you hold your Bitcoin on a hardware device like a Trezor or a Ledger Nano or a cold wallet of some description, okay, you will be able to claim MWC coin. We don't know what will happen to it. It may go to zero. It may have a value. A lot of people seem to feel it could have a value going forward. So if you got some MWC and then you let it go through like a pump and then maybe sold it and bought some more Bitcoin with it, you just accumulated some more Bitcoin. Okay, so, the airdrop is on from the 20th of April through the 19th of July. So you've got close to 3 months to get somebody to help you to learn how to register for and claim this airdrop. As Adam Meister says, why wouldn't you want something that's free? Now, I appreciate that Casso 20%er earlier on in the show, before it started, he had his own view on these free coins, these free coins, and we're all entitled to our view. And as I said to Casso, ultimately, we all must make our own decisions. I've got my own views on how I will improve my privacy and my privacy as we go forward with my Bitcoin. The point I'm making, guys, is if you want some free crypto, it's here for you. But you got to learn how to claim it, and then you got to learn what you should do with it, or you don't need to claim it at all. If you are going to claim it, this is set me up hand in hand to talk to you about my new show sponsors, justlearnbitcoin.com. This is a cracking site. Hold on. Basically, they've got consulting services, wallet services, trading courses. What is Bitcoin? Why buy Bitcoin? Why own Bitcoin? Some of the partners that are there as well. Bitcoin to the moon. I wear his t-shirt sometimes from down in Australia. This is an incredible site. And, this, let's call it a company, whatever you're going to call it, justlearnbitcoin.com. Their link is in the notes below, by the way. They will help you with wallet setup and backup. They'll help you with the best long-term storage solution that is right for you. Coin splitting, airdrops, as I've just mentioned, the MWC airdrops, recovering coins that are sent to the wrong chain, like sending a Bitcoin to an Ethereum and the like. It's a nightmare to get that back. They can help you with that. Questions about mining and literally anything else Bitcoin related. Seriously, go over there and check out justlearnbitcoin.com. As I say, they very proudly have become my sponsor of my show, which I'm very proud and privileged that they asked me to do that. So that's the news that I found so far. I'm really excited to say that this coming Thursday is my live show. And I'm even more excited to announce that my very special guest is a gentleman from down in Australia called McCook. Now, I didn't know Hass, and I don't know Hass. We've had a couple of Skype conversations, but I've seen him a couple of times on Adam Meister's The One Bitcoin show, or actually This Week in Bitcoin. And the reason I want Hass to come on the show and me to interview him is because, as far as I can see, he is as close that you'll ever get to a Bitcoin maximalist that I've seen. He's got his own unique way of talking about dollar cost averaging. So I'm going to be interviewing Hass on Thursday. You can see there, he's got over nearly 2,000 followers on Twitter. He talks in front of large audiences. I'm sure he'll put a really good and a different spin on Bitcoin than any of my previous guests have. But I'm really excited to have Hass on my live show. Now, for some of you, it's going to be, oh, what? Problem is, he's down in Australia and there's a huge time difference. So to get Hass on the show, it means that for this show, I've got to revert back to my 1 p.m. UK time to get Hass being interviewed. So this coming Thursday, 1 p.m. UK time, I will be interviewing Hass McCook from down in Australia. And I'm pretty excited about that. So pretty well, that's our show for today. I'm just going to pop up a quote because, as you know, I love quotes. This is just a bit of fun, really. Someone just called me normal. I've never been so insulted in my entire life. Now, I think that's quite apt with Bitcoin because I believe Bitcoin holders are not normal. I think we go against the grain. We swim upstream when all the other fish are swimming downstream because it's easier. We go against, Aussie, Bitcoin to the moon. Yeah, commenting in there. We go against the grain. We observe the masses and go in the opposite direction. The masses think, Bitcoin is some kind of Ponzi scheme or it's some kind of scam where you're going to fleece your friends out of money. They don't understand that it is a currency, potential currency of the future, and they want to scoff us, laugh at us, talk about us behind our back. But there's another saying I love, and that is, he who laughs last, laughs longest. And those that open their mind to this, do their research. There you are again. Go and do your research. Those people that dig in, go down the rabbit hole, as I call it. And, if they do that, they'll go, oh, my God. They get into Bitcoin. They're going in the opposite direction of the masses. So, guys, go in the opposite direction to the masses. Get into the Bitcoin overlay, as Adam Meister calls it. Buy some, get a little bit each month or week at payday. Follow channels like mine. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it. If you're watching this on catch up, put a note in the comments. Maybe tell me where you're watching it from in the world. For me, based in the UK, it is great to make connections all around the world. So drop a comment. If you're watching this on Steemit, give us an upvote and a re-steam. I'd appreciate it. This has also gone out on BitBacker.io. So if you're watching it there, hey, great to have you guys with us as well. Basically, guys, please share this across any platform that you use so that we can get this message out there to the masses and help a large chunk of the masses come into the 20%er mentality so we can all be at the cutting edge of this new, vibrant and exciting technology. I'm really excited about Thursday with Hass McCook. I hope you guys are too. Check out the notes below. There's everything down there. Bitcoin to the moon, who's in the chat. His t-shirt links down there. It is all down there. The show notes, all the links that I've talked about in the relevant cryptocurrency magazines or, online, papers or whatever you want to call them. They're all down there, guys. So do check that out. That'll do for today. Thank you for watching. As always, I'm Brian, the UK Bitcoin Master. Have that strong Bitcoin hand, my people. That is so important. I will catch you all on Thursday, guys. Until then, have a fabaroony Bitcoin day, evening, whatever you're doing. I'll catch you all on Thursday. Take care, everyone. Cheers for now.